Have you ever come across a genre of game that you really wanted to get into, but just have trouble? You think, that looks cool, I want to play that. For me, it's strategy RPGs. You know, the grid-based tactical games, where you assign commands and strategically place your units. I really dig these, but they don't seem to dig me. One of the most famous examples is the Disgaea series by Nipponichi Software. If you're not familiar with these games, like I was when I first encountered Disgaea, this is not a good starting point. I mean, holy hell does some of these games get insane with their complexity, with a learning curve that's almost vertical. So, it's the mid-2000s, and The Lord of the Rings is still riding its massive success wave, with an absurd amount of merchandise and tie-in bollocks. Lego, action figures, the Lord of the Rings crowd control barrier, that weird Tiger Electronics Warrior of Middle-earth electronic TV game thing that I have for some reason, and not just the mainstream video games released by EA, but also a strategy RPG for the PSP. The Lord of the Rings trilogy was never released on UMD. I don't see why not, it got released on video CD, but Tactics does have heavily edited and shitty low bitrate cutscenes, so this is the nearest we're going to get. It began with the forging of the low-res washed-out video, a very, very truncated prologue, quickly followed by the ring coming into Frodo's possession. Hardly any time to establish the great threat it poses. Just get out of the Shire, head to the village of Bree, and Gandalf will meet him there. And that's your intro. No party, no introduction to Sam, Merry and Pippin, just ring bad and get the hell out of Dodge. Then you are immediately greeted with a character management screen. There are 6 main characters that can be upgraded: Frodo, Sam, Aragorn, Gandalf, Legolas and Gimli. And would you just look at those mugshots? Since this is an officially licensed game, Amaze Entertainment clearly had access to official material, but I guess actor likeness was not part of the deal. I know, they thought. Let's scan the action figures and use their faces instead. Selecting the first location of this obviously low-res Middle-earth map taken off Google, what's our first conflict? Escaping from the Black Riders? Gandalf chastising Merry and Pippin? Nope, Weathertop. Bloody hell, game, slow down. Frodo, Sam and Aragorn need to fend off the Witch King and 2 other Nazgul. No Merry and Pippin, just like the film. And the Witch King is wearing his crown mask thing, again just like the film. This first stage is exactly the same as the tutorial, so let's do that. If you've never played a strategy RPG before, Lord of the Rings Tactics has you covered with one of the most condescending tutorials ever. The winning condition is to deal 30 points of damage to the Witch King. Each turn consists of 2 phases, the movement phase and the combat phase. To move a character, select them, select a square within their movement range, and they will go there. Good! Once in place, the combat can commence. Select an enemy with either a melee or ranged attack, and the enemy will be attacked. Well done, have a gold star. Completing a stage will result in XP and gold. Gold is used for buying skills and consumables, like action points are replenished with Lembas bread cakes. Replenishing 100 action points requires scarfing down a whole satchel of Lembas.
How many did you eat?
87.
Any weapons or armor upgrades are dished out as the game sees fit. One thing I like is when an RPG lets you grind. This gives a sense of freedom instead of railroading you where it wants you to be. If I want to grind for hours to level up to a ridiculous degree and make the rest of the game a pushover, I should be allowed, damn it. But here in Middle-earth, the level cap is 15. I guess that's because the game is pretty short, without the grinding. This barrels through the trilogy like its arse is on fire. Barring the optional level, Fellowship only consists of 3 stages: Weathertop, the Bridge of Khazad-dûm and Arm in Hen. That doesn't matter anyway. This throws the book out of the window. You can kill the Balrog and Gandalf survives. You can beat Arm in Hen without Boromir dying. Gandalf stays Gandalf the Grey, despite his picture being Gandalf the White. And I'm pretty sure Saruman wasn't this hands-on. The Fellowship's journey isn't the only campaign. There's also the option to play as the forces of Mordor. Ooh, are there different locations? Or is it just the exact same campaign as the Fellowship, but you just play the opposition? Take one guess. Yep, it's the same game, but with different cutscenes from the film. I didn't bother to play this because what's the point? All the cutscenes are from the film, so there won't be any footage of Sauron winning, unless it's been edited to an hilarious degree. Like this.
Remember what Bilbo used to say? It's a dangerous business, Frodo.
Ah, there you are. Give me that.
I'm no strategy RPG expert, but this really feels hastily thrown together. It works and it's fine, but it's very bare bones. A Lord of the Rings strategy RPG is a good idea, and could be done way better than this. Like Shamu's Deep Sea Adventures, this just feels like merch, something for the fans to buy because it has the Lord of the Rings name on it. This was published by EA, and I suppose this goes along with their shut up and give us your money ethos. There's so much better Middle-earth games out there, but if I was always looking at the good stuff, that would make this channel a lot less entertaining.
Yeah.